Now, the Circular Trust, it's a fairly well-behaved group, but have you ever had any examples where someone's got out of line and you've maybe had to have a quiet word or even threaten them with expulsion from the Circular Trust?
No, well, I don't think we've ever got to that stage. We've always been well behaved, and I think that's probably why we've continued to be good friends over the years.
What do you think of the core values of the group, or the core activities that you enjoy as a group?
Moderate drinking, don't drink too much. I'm probably the exception because I just go to sleep anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I see. But you go away camping together, or is that a separate group to the Circle of Trust?
No, the Circle of Trust originated with a lot of my close work friends, and we went away with the kids. We went away camping a lot, and of course as the kids grew up a little bit older, the men, we went off fishing a lot, did a lot of fishing in the lakes, and really enjoyed that. We've moved on a little bit since then. John Seeker, he's got a nice boat now, even though Lee did have a boat earlier in the piece. And we've been away done a lot of fishing in the past,
Yep.
Which is very pleasurable.
And like all big companies and esteemed chief executive officers, have you started to formulate a succession plan for when you may no longer lead the Circle of Trust, who you may anoint to replace you?
Yes, of course, we've had thoughts of that in the past. Dianne and I probably are not the oldest of the group, but we're middle of the group, I suppose. But there's some younger ones coming in, like Kay and Robbie, for instance, and maybe the succession is that probably they take over.
And is there any critical mass that the Circle of Trust might reach where you think, no, we've got to cap it there, similar to the membership of the Melbourne Cricket Club, where you don't allow any more in?
Oh yes, definitely. There is definitely a capping, and 10 is the cap, 5 couples.
Right.
Anything above that gets very difficult to handle.
Right. Have you considered a waiting list?
That we haven't done that at this stage, but I suppose once Robbie and Kay probably take over as part of the succession planning, that they might put out a waiting list, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe even turn it around somewhat. Have equity memberships where you have to pay like a golf membership, $10,000 to join, and you get that back at when you leave. And in fact, if the Circle of Trust becomes even more successful, you might put in 10, and when you leave, you might get 15. People might be that keen to join.
And of course, our Circle of Trust, we've been very lucrative in the past. We won a heap of money once in Touch Lotto.
Yeah, well, you don't have too much of that left now.
No, we was very lucky that we decided to actually use a little bit of that each year and can still contribute to it. And we have a weekend away once a year, and that lasted about 5-6 years. So it was really $11,000 went a long way, which is good.